Hello, folks. Welcome to ISO Insiders. This is episode 2.
Two.
Deuce.
Deuces.
That means we are, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Seriously? Counting on the fingers? That's what we're doing now?
We're 5 episodes from failing.
Oh, right, because 7 is the magic number.
Yeah, if you make it over 7, maybe it'll work for you.
Well, we're sticking with this, damn it. We're sticking with this. If we can do the other podcast, which I won't name, because I'm not trying to get us blacklisted.
No, yeah.
But, if we can do that one for like 2 seasons or 3 seasons, I feel like we can do this one way longer.
Yeah, there's always.
Also, the episodes are shorter, so we really have no excuse. And we've gotten better at producing these episodes.
Right. Yeah.
Since we started.
Some of the episodes is going to be talking about how we produce these.
What year was that we started the other one?
2013
or something like that? It was like 2013,
2012, 2013, I think.
2013. And that went for like 2 or 3 years. And then was the offshoot.
Right.
We can't mention the name of this podcast because
yeah, it's out there, but
it's out there and kind of YouTube kind of banned us.
Banned the first one. The second one is still.
The second one's fine. Yeah, but I'm not going to mention that on here
because we're a lot more decent.
We are decent. We got older. We're more mature-ish.
Well, I don't know what mean mature.
Anyway, the whole point of this today is what we're doing.
Drones.
Not
the deadly ones. The
What's the deadly ones?
The one from the military?
Oh, I thought I just watched Alien Romulus, so I was wondering if you're talking about like alien drone warriors. Don't mind me. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
I haven't seen that one.
I liked it. It was really good.
Is it in theaters still, or?
It might be, but it also just got into streaming, so you can actually pay for it.
Oh, okay.
But you could probably.
I'm not gonna pay for it. I'll wait for it to just pop up.
Oh, for free?
Yeah, maybe I'm on a flight somewhere and it pops up on the time.
Actually, you know what? You are right, because when we came back, when we were flying to Missouri for the wedding, they had like the latest movies on there, and I was very impressed.
I saw Bad Boys.
Me too. I was very impressed with Delta's selection.
Yeah.
And once again, we have navigated away from the topic.
Well, it's about flying. But anyway, yes, drones, specifically DJI drone. Like one drone, right?
One particular drone.
This is what they've released something recently.
Yes, they did.
Okay. So tell the folks a little bit about your experience with drones.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm a photographer and a videographer. And when I first got into the media industry, I actually started with drones. I am a Part 107 holder, which means I can do this professionally and get paid. And I went through the whole school of training with a couple of my mentors in terms of airspace and particular drone protocols, flying in safe areas over people, all that wonderful stuff. I even got certified to fly at night out in Las Vegas with 12, which was pretty fun.
Nice.
The drone in particular that, one more thing. I also used to work for DJI, so that was back in the day. The drone in particular that we're talking about today is the DJI Air 3S, which was just released on the 15th of October. Mm-hmm. And I was pretty excited for this drone because I haven't bought a new drone in years. At one point when I was flying heavy, I had 6 different drones. I had the Maverick Air, I had the Maverick 2 Zoom, I had the Phantom 4 Pro V2, and a couple others. I don't even remember the name of them anymore. Like, I just had a bunch, right? But as I got into ground photography more, I was like, I don't need to have all these drones anymore. So I sold like most of them, and I just kept one. And nowadays I have the Maverick 2 Zoom. And the reason why I stuck with this drone is because it got the job done for what I was getting hired for nowadays. And that would be roof inspections nowadays, or inspecting light poles or something, like random things that I don't need a top-of-the-line drone for. I don't need a Mavic 3 Cine for that.
Right.
The DJI Zoom, the Mavic Zoom 2 works perfectly fine. Oh, sorry, Mavic 2 Zoom. I had that backwards. Somebody's going to be in the comments going, sir, it's actually the Mavic 2 Zoom. Yes. Actually. I apologize. I got it right.
Actually.
So anyway, yeah, I haven't bought a drone in a couple years because I was satisfied with the one I had. even though my mentor always told me if you have one drone, you have none. If that one fails, you have no backup. You're screwed on the job. Thankfully, I don't really focus on that anymore. But the other reason why was because there's all this talk of DJI's drones getting banned by the new bill that they're trying to push through, I believe it's Congress. So I didn't want to go and put down all this money on a brand new drone, and all of a sudden it becomes a nice paperweight because it can't be registered with the FCC, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've been just chilling in the background, observing all the new drones drop, like the what was the other one that I was looking at? The minis, the nice beginner drones that are just like compact. You don't have to register them because they're under 250 grams. Like, that's cool.
Right. Yeah.
And they still could get decent little jobs here and there. I'm not saying for professional work, but technically, if you're really good at editing, you could actually use any of those drones for professional work and just sneak it in there. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying that you can. And I know some people who have. Not me. I don't own any of those drones. I have the Maverick 2 Zoom, which I can use for professional stuff. But, there's the other level of drones. So you have the starter drones, you have the minis, then you have the Mavics, then you have I don't even think they have the Phantoms anymore. Like, they haven't really made a new Phantom in a while. So I think the Phantom 4 Pro V2 was the last Phantom that they made, and that's the one I had, and I sold that one for my Sony A7 IV. And then you have the next level of drones, the Inspires. Those are the beautiful $6,000 drones that's not even counting the cost of the lenses and all the extra stuff that comes with it. The Inspire, I think the last one they came out with was the Inspire 3. That's a beautiful drone. And then you have the big boys that they use on film sets. Not actually, they use the Inspires too, but I believe it's called the Matrice. I'm so out of practice; it's been a while. Yeah. But the Matrice drones, those are really big. And the only thing bigger than that I can think of off the top of my head would be the Agris drones. And those are the ones that you can use, that farmers use, that you could actually pre-program flight plans to spray crops and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty easy. You just fill up the tank with whatever you want to spray on there, put in your flight plan, and press a button, and it goes up, and it goes really easy.
That's really cool.
Yes. I think that drone is $15,000.
Yeah, they're farmers. They can afford it.
Yeah, actually, side note, did you know most American farmers are millionaires?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Bro. I mean, there's only, that's a whole other.
That's a whole different thing. But anyway,
yeah.
So I was excited for the DJI Air 3S based on the rumors and stuff like that. So, you know what? Let's actually go through the features since this drone has been released. So you have the 1-inch CMOS primary camera. First of all, it has 14 stops of dynamic range. It's a 24mm format equivalent, 50 megapixel resolution. Like, it's a beast of a camera for, what most people nowadays would need if you are not, because I know somebody's in the comments going to say, if you are not a professional filmmaker that requires something like an Inspire. Your mileage may vary depending on what you need this for. But for most people who just want to get like quick content done, this drone,
it's probably the best way to go about it.
Provides a lot without blowing the budget. Without blowing the budget. That's a very particular key point. And we'll talk about that more. So the second camera is the 70mm medium telecamera, 48 megapixels, 1 over 1.3 CMOS sensor, which apparently matches the primary camera's video specs and color modes, which is cool, while offering 3x optical zoom, right? I think that's awesome. Both cameras are capable of 4K 60 frames per second HDR video. And if you know how to color grade, the fact that you can do 10-bit D-Log M color mode, so if you can really color grade well using Final Cut Pro, Premiere, DaVinci, that sort of thing, like, you can get really beautiful footage out of a drone like this. And when I first started flying, and I really didn't understand photography, and I was just learning everything at the same time, and videography, I used to wonder how people get their colors to pop and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I'm flying my drone and I'm taking the pictures, I'm recording the video, but it does not look anywhere near as vibrant and colorful and stuff like that as the other people who I see flying these things on YouTube. Not realizing at the time, a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of these pilots, are color grading their footage after the fact. So they're just giving that extra bedazzle on it.
Right.
So, I've gotten better over the years. So, like, this lets you do so much more. And there's also this free panorama thing, which apparently stitches together multiple images. That's pretty cool.
Free? You have to pay for panorama?
I think what it means is you don't have to stitch it together yourself.
Oh, okay.
They do it for you.
Okay.
Which is
It's very
amazing.
odd that it's free. It's like, you can do it on your phone. It's like a feature. But
How many people actually use their phones to make panoramas? Not many.
only creative people I see do it.
I've done it a few times, but I don't really have use for it. But it's cool when you actually remember to do it. One thing I'm really impressed with is the forward-facing LiDAR and the 3 pairs of vision sensors that allow nightscape. So technically it's nightscape omnidirectional optical sensing. I've seen some YouTubers test this. So I'm talking about they'll be in a forest and they'll have the drone tracking them with active track. And it's actually pretty impressive. It'll go around the trees and the branches and stuff like that.
At night.
At night.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That is impressive because I want to say for the last few years, the other drone company, which I really don't like right now, and if you're a drone pilot, you know why I don't like them, especially if you're a professional drone pilot in America. Should I mention their name?
I mean, they're a competitor, I guess.
Let's just say DJI is the biggest competitor in America. If you know about that company, like for the before they were pretty good at doing this better than DJI. Like their version of tracking was better. Not saying DJI's was bad, but theirs on drones was better. Now, from what I can see, I think DJI can give them a run for their money with their active tracking. It's really impressive.
Okay.
Another good thing that I saw somebody test was their next-gen smart return to home with enhanced precision. So that means normally you'd have to let the drone take off, lock in with the satellite, and then if you lose connection with your controller to the drone will return home.
Oh.
But now this can actually memorize exactly where it took off from without even having to connect to a satellite. And I'm talking about, like, if you take off, I'm not saying you should do this, but, please do not try this. But if you take off from, let's say, a table in front of a window, an open window, and you fly your drone through that window, your Air 3S, and it takes off, and you lose connection, theoretically, it's supposed to be able to fly back down through that window and land on the table exactly where it took off from. I haven't seen somebody try it yet, but I've seen some close comparisons, and it's really accurate. And I was like, oh, that's nice. That is seriously nice. Because as somebody like me, I'm always paranoid about losing my drone.
Right.
And that connection, I've lost my connection to my previous drones. But their return to home feature was really nice because it'll just come over, fly, and land. But I've also seen other people on YouTube completely lose their drone. So that fear is always there that you could be the next person, experiencing that.
So this particular, is this new? This is the enhanced precision thing?
Yes, on this particular drone.
So I thought that was, I mean, I don't know much about drones or anything like that, but I figured that might make more sense. I mean, these things are not cheap. And also, I didn't realize that it just kind of comes back. So you're saying before it will come back to the general area, but not exactly.
But it also relied on the satellite fix of having the GPS signal.
Oh,
this doesn't need a GPS signal.
So this is like onboard, sort of thing,
using the camera system.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the sensors. So I think that's pretty freaking impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
And that gives me more confidence to fly the drone, knowing that it has a higher chance of returning to where it should be.
Nice.
So I'm pretty impressed with that. 45-minute flight time, like, that's so cool. Now, advertise 45-minute flight time. Of course, if anybody's flown drones, many factors can affect that, including how hard you're pushing your drone in terms of speed, wind resistance, and, of course, outside temperature. The colder it is, the faster the batteries drain. But my current drone, I think I get 28 minutes, somewhere between like 25 and 28 minutes. 45 minutes is pretty cool. That gives me way more flight time. It gives me a chance to really get up there and actually get the shot that I want without having to have the drone come back, switch batteries, send it back up again. So that makes
So that's why you have to buy 2 of these instead.
No. Actually,
when one dies, send the other one.
No. So actually, well, there's this thing that DJI is known for, which is called the Fly More combos. And they provide a whole bunch of extra accessories, but they also normally provide 3 extra batteries depending on the drone. So that way you can just have them charged up, ready to go, have the drone come back down, switch them out, send it right back up.
Interesting. Okay.
And of course, this drone also has the Fly More combo as well. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
The 20-kilometer video transmission, I'm in America. I have no idea how many miles per kilometer. We got to convert that. It's horrible, since I'm from the Caribbean, like you are, and I still don't remember how to convert that.
I don't.
Let's convert it really quickly.
20
kilometers.
Just ask the smart speaker.
We have one?
I have my iPad.
12 miles. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Okay, that's impressive because I think my Maverick 2 Zoom is only up to 7. Or is it 10? It's been a long time. I don't remember these stats anymore off the top of my head.
Listen, anything over a mile for video transmission, that's insane. Especially on something that's considered a consumer product.
But any particular safe pilot knows that you're supposed to maintain line of sight with your with your drone.
Right.
You should not be flying your drone where you can no longer see it because it's a speck on the horizon. You need to be able to see your drone to maintain safety. Because if anything could happen. So that's not something I would ever test. But I've had my drone go out far before. But I also normally have visual observers with me, like stationed down there or like away from me with like mics or something like that. That's what 12 would do or I would be for 12 if he's flying. Right. 12 is my assistant, by the way. He's an awesome flyer. When it gets cold, I let him fly instead.
Nice.
My hands don't deal with that. So, yeah, it's a pretty impressive drone, honestly. I'm not going to lie. And the footage I've seen shot on it, I'm in love with. Like, I really want this drone. So let's look at what's in the box of the base package. You have actually, this is not the base package. This is the Fly More. It has to be the Fly More. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So this is the base package.
You get the drone.
Yeah.
And
you
controller.
You get the drone. Yeah, you get the drone, a controller, a battery, and a couple of cables, a couple of extra propellers.
Okay.
And that's about it. Cool. And a gimbal cover.
Oh. Is that for transport or
just to protect
fly with it?
Just to protect the camera. You do not fly with that on.
Yeah.
Especially if you like seeing your when the drone turns on, the cameras do a little dance.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's not gonna do that with on there.
It's self orientated.
Yes. So you always have to take that off. Right? I don't think I've ever bought a DJI drone that was the base package. I've always bought the Fly More package.
For extra batteries.
For extra batteries and extra accessories.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Also, by the way, one of the reasons why I left DJI was because I was so in love with their products. I was spending more money than I was getting paid.
Oh, man.
That's
why you need to work in the C-suite. So that you could just go into the R&D like, all right, let me get that.
Man, I wish. It was cool, like, having all the pre-knowledge of the drones and stuff like that, and sometimes being able to take them out and test them. But this is the reason why I had, like, 6 drones, because I was buying them so much. I was literally spending way more money than they were paying me.
Damn.
So I had to leave. So, yeah, here we go. The Fly More combo gives you, that looks like an ND filter set, of course, for the cameras.
Nice.
3 batteries, a shoulder bag, which I always recommend having the custom bags. It makes your life a whole lot easier. The charging hub, and, of course, the same controller. Now, if you go up to the Fly More combo with the RC2 controller, this is what I would buy now today because it has the built-in screen. If you don't have the built-in screen, you got to use your phone and put it into the controller and use that as the camera feed. I hate that.
I'm sure that has like its own host of issues, right? Because that's like a connectivity.
Bro, somebody calls me, I'm screwed.
Oh, no.
I hate when that happens.
Because, yeah, I would imagine it's like you have other apps running.
Yep.
You also have to, does that controller charge your phone at the same time? Or is it like you have to like kind of rely on just your battery?
I don't Sure.
Like, does it overheat? Like, those are the questions I
My
would
phone
have.
does overheat, but this is the reason why this is exactly the reason why I kept my Galaxy Note 8. Because I wanted the ability to be able to just have a phone that has no data connection, anything like that. The Wi-Fi is off. It's just plugged directly into the controller from my Maverick 2 Zoom, and that's all I have to worry about. And it's a clean install, so it's only DJI apps on there, or like the slider app, but nothing else crazy to complicate the phone. But having the ability to have the screen built into the controller means I don't have to worry about that. Also, that screen is pretty bright,
Yeah.
so it just takes away one less thing when you're about to fly.
Oh, that's dope.
So it just makes life a whole lot easier for any drone pilot. So I would spend the money I would spend the $1,600 honestly to get this particular package. That controller for me makes it more than worth it for ease of flying.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's an amazing drone, and even though I would not, like I told you, I was waiting to see what would happen with this ban if it passes or not next year. I don't need a more complicated drone because technically today, if you wanted to spend like $3,000, I think you could still get the you can get the Mavic 3.
Right.
And the Mavic 3 has a Hasselblad camera. Yeah, here we go. Has a Hasselblad camera in there, for God's sakes. It has 3 cameras. I don't need a Hasselblad camera. I'm not out here making professional music videos. I don't need all that. Would I turn it down if somebody gave me one? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would take that in a heartbeat and be very gracious. But I don't need that. That's not for me. For me, somebody who's, who can still color grade and take simple footage and, get it to where it needs to be for, the corporate boring stuff. This DJI Air 3S is perfectly fine. And for anybody who wants to get like that semi-professional look but doesn't want to spend over $3,000 for a drone, right, especially if you're trying to get the fly more combo or all that stuff, like this is perfectly fine. Also, one thing that's really impressive for me is onboard storage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Normally it's 8 gigs. Look at how much it is for this drone.
42 gigs.
Yes. That's
impressive.
I can forget my micro SD cards. I never do. But I can forget my micro SD cards in my or forget to put it in my drone. And this will take care of it. I don't even know if I need to. Actually, I would. And the reason why is because I like being able to take the card out and put it in my computer.
Right. You need to transfer the footage overall.
Exactly. But what if I forgot? 42 gigs means I can actually get some seriously good video.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is amazing. Yeah, I love that about this drone. So it's like, this is exactly why I would get this. Ooh, that's actually a good question. Does DJI Air 3S support vertical shooting? So both the wide-angle camera and the medium telecamera support vertical shooting 9x16, and the max video resolution is 2.7K 60 frames per second, which is pretty damn good. Especially
that
for
would look
social media
really
content.
cool.
Yes.
I could see a lot of TikTok dancers.
Hey, you
that.
know what? Hey. Don't laugh, okay? That would be pretty freaking cool.
No, it would be cool. There are some people out there who create some, because would this be useful for people like that? But I guess at the same time, a lot of influencers, it's not like, usually the bigger they are, the more they have a team. Mm-hmm. So that means they would have to get this for somebody in their team that knows how to know what they're doing. But if you're just by yourself, that's like a whole other thing you need to learn to then create your, there was this one guy who did this song, I'll Be Fucked Up If You Leave Me Right Now. Oh. It's like a song. It went kind of viral. This one dude, he went viral because he's a drone operator. Mm-hmm. So what he did was he got in his dad jeans and then he would do this like shimmy and the drone would just circle him. And that was his whole thing. And he got he went crazy viral off of something like that.
I mean, DJI has, man, it's been so long. But DJI drones have built-in modes that have like really cool, complicated
like movements
are pre-programmed that you could just be like, okay, just do this, cool. So like they have the spiral one, they have the pullback. There's like at least 10 of them that you can do.
Oh yeah.
That just makes life a whole lot easier. And I used to experiment with those and I forgot about it until now. But I what I like about these drones is that DJI always improves upon the previous generation, making it easier and easier for like somebody who's about to start flying to actually really get into drone flying, improving the safety, improving the video camera and the photography specs, the flight times, stuff like that. Like they're just made to be user friendly.
Nice.
Other companies, not so much, but that's why I am a fan of DJI and their products. Hence why here we have all the. Me, I have the DJI mics, the cameras, the Pocket 3, all that stuff. There's a reason why. They're just all about making pretty damn good products.
They make good stuff.
They do.
They didn't include AI with this one, did they?
I don't
That's like the latest thing,
think
right?
so.
AI everything, but it doesn't seem like, from what I can see here, it doesn't look like there's any AI included or whatever.
No, I don't think so.
So this particular drone it's called the Air 3. I'm assuming
Air
there's
3S.
there's the Air 3S. There's the Air 2 and Air 1. Is this a whole new product or does it replace them?
No, okay, so this is the Air 3S. Before there was the Air 3.
Ah, interesting.
But there was an Air 2 and I think an Air 2S and I think there was an Air 1. Like I stopped paying attention with the Airs because like I said, I decided to settle on the Maverick 2 Zoom because one, I wasn't flying that much anymore, and two, I didn't know how fast this band was going to kick in,
Right.
and I didn't want to spend money on a drone that might just be a brand new paperweight on my desk. So I believe there was this is the other one it's called, but the DJI Minis, which are really good for people now starting off. So they're up to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. There was the Air and the Air 2, and I think the Air 2S. I don't really remember the details of those because I don't really mess with those.
Look at those. Yeah.
What I do want to get is the DJI Avatar. This is the one you put the goggles on.
Oh,
and then you fly.
I've seen those. I've seen those in some drone roasting.
Drone roast.
They were roasting drones. No, drone racing.
Yes.
I've seen like a few. I think at some point it was weird. I think in Vegas there's like a course there, and they had it was on television for like a while, and then it just kind of like no one cared.
Drone. Oh my gosh! Somebody please put in the comments. I've watched this quite a few times, but I don't know if they use the Avatar. Those drones that you normally see,
they're really tiny.
Yeah, they're like custom made stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are made differently, but this one,
interesting.
The pilots that fly those particular drones are extremely skilled.
Yeah.
Their reflexes are on point.
Yeah,
That's not me. I would fly this. The DJI Avatar 2 makes it just easier to try it, and actually get into the hang of it and stuff like that. You could do tricks with it, but it's not on par with whatever those pilots fly. Those are like Corvettes, Ferraris, Lamborghinis of drones. Amazing.
Those things runs off of gas.
Not gas. But all
That'd
props,
be fun if it did.
all props to those pilots because they're extremely talented.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the other part of this, the availability of these drones. So like I said, these drones were released on the 15th and DJI started to ship them out. But then Customs intercepted a bunch of deliveries because all of a sudden DJI got classified under the the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, sorry, Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention. Yeah. For blocking the imports. So as of right now, you can't get. As we're filming this, you can't get them through B&H or anything like that. The only way you can get this drone is ordering it through DJI. That's the only way that you're going to get it in
direct,
any.
So it's a direct order. So
Yeah. In any sort of time. And there's like two politicians really pushing this right now. And I have a feeling, as a lot of other people in the drone community feel, that they're getting paid off by a certain drone competitor.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Lobbying, of course.
Yeah, it's like, there's the lobbies is out there and stuff like that.
So it's very annoying because there's so many professional pilots that rely on DJI drones because of the ease of use and how good they are what they do. And some companies, instead of actually, being encouraged to, innovate better, decides to just stamp out the competition.
Because it's funny you mentioned that, right? Because I would assume this would affect not just people who are doing like in the creative field of things, but I can imagine land surveyors or even hurricane relief
Oh, bro,
rescue missions.
Bro,
that sort
this
of
has gotten
thing.
banned because of the security concerns for DJI drones and like of China apparently like having backdoors into gathering data through them. They've been banned from like all government agencies. A lot of states have banned them from their civil agencies, stuff like that, which sucks because like police departments use them,
Right.
fire departments use them, rescue services use them. The drone, was it the DJI? Was it the Mavic 3 or the Mavic 2? There's an Enterprise edition that I remember I was familiar with that had like a thermal camera built in and stuff like that. You could put a speaker on it. It was just really cool that you could put all these different accessories to help you find and rescue people. That drone, they couldn't use anymore because it got banned over security concerns. So it's like, if we can't use these, the other competition that's out there, I'm still not naming them because I'm not giving them free advertising. They suck. Like, they're not up to snuff with DJI's drones.
Right.
And it's horrible because if DJI just does get banned, right, there's a ton of pilots that all of a sudden would be out of business, professional pilots. I'm talking about the ones that do real estate, the ones that do surveying, the ones that do 3D mapping. Because the only other competition out there is ridiculous amounts of money for not as good quality. Like, think of what just happened with our cable provider.
Right.
Remember?
Yes.
How we
had to switch from
Verizon to another brand, and the other brand we're having to pay more for less upload speeds because the building didn't allow for the installation of files or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. We're being forced to accept lower quality,
mediocre
quality.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
So, like, we as American, like, the pilots have tried to band together, and, like, I know there's been a lot of efforts to combat this, but if this passes in the House, I don't know what's going to happen to the drone industry in America. I did remember DJI said that there was a rumor that DJI was trying to either work with another company here, so all the drones will be built here, or have their own factory in America somewhere, so then, it wouldn't be a big deal, and, they would be able to
play the money game.
Yes, because DJI has come out and said that they are not willing to give up on the American market, on the U.S. market, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
I sound like a fanboy, but as somebody who's actually sold their products used their products, like, I am pissed about the fact that, we're unfairly caught in the crossfire of this.
But no, I think you're correct because, like, I'm sure some people would accuse you of being your fanboy or whatever, but the fact remains when there's a product on the market, like, for instance, let's say Apple, right? I think, in my personal opinion, and from my own experience, and this is very anecdotal, it's when it comes to tablets, Apple makes the best tablets, and everybody else. And I've tried other tablets. I've tried the other stuff. It's when it comes to like a cost and like availability perspective, Android, like Samsung is the only other competitor right now that like
keep up with them,
and like to a lesser extent Windows as well.
You're talking about the Surface?
Yeah, to like
Microsoft. Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, to a lesser. I call it a lesser extent because I've had experience with all three, and when it comes to like functionality, speed, that's like my biggest thing. Speed is like, Apple is a great. It's like you can't beat it in one connectivity, how it works and everything like that. And some people say, "Oh, well, you're like a fanboy." It's like, no, I have a Pixel phone. Like, but it's like when it comes to like it's like. This works really well for what I needed to do. And it's like, and then on top of that, it's well supported. It's like there's all these things that I can do with it. So I can understand what DJI. I've been hearing about DJI for like the last
probably
10 years. It's like,
probably half of it probably came from me.
Exactly. Like I've been hearing about this stuff. I even want DJI equipment on these cameras.
Yes, you do.
The LiDAR
system.
Exactly. So it's like when you look like, is anybody else doing this? Yeah. Is it good? Yeah, it's like it's not really
so
that
much.
great. It's like so it's like if you're gonna, because to me it's like with them threatening this sort of thing, because from what I was gathered from this article, it doesn't sound like they have any proof.
No, it's just literally hearsay, and DJI has repeated these accusations, saying like our equipment, our products are made in these two cities. Not made where the Uyghurs camp is. And I think somebody else has mentioned the fact that they're actually, most of their products are made autonomously.
So it's a robot factory.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know how DJI is going to defend against this, short of having people come and inspect their factories or something like that, which I hope they do. But I think they're being unfairly targeted, especially by these two particular politicians, which are more than likely being paid off.
Yeah. I mean, politics is a shit show right now in America. So wherever you're watching this from. But, okay. I mean, I feel like this is something very simple to just prove. But that, like you said, it really depends on how far these politicians are willing to go to, and then I guess how much, because I would assume DJI would have to also play hardball with their own. I'm sure they have lobbyists themselves.
Yeah.
To counteract this sort of thing. So that's a whole legal matter that I'm not too familiar with, so I'm not even going to bother. But hopefully, I wish them the best because I still want that LiDAR system. It's like
we better get the LiDAR system before all of a sudden they ban the DJI products in
might as well
in perpetuity.
China could look at my face. It's all good. I don't care. But yeah. Anyway, so cool. So this thing costs like $1,600.
It starts off, I believe, at $10.99, and then it goes up to $1,600. Like I said, I would get the 1600 version only because for me, I love having the 3 extra batteries, the carrying case, the ND filter set, and the screen, the controller with the built-in screen. That's very key for flying, especially with the in terms of brightness and not having somebody call me and interrupt my flying at the same time.
So yeah, this is. If I were to hit the lottery tomorrow, I'll buy this and just and become a travel influencer.
If you hit the lottery tomorrow, buy me an Inspire 3, please.
Okay. That's a bit overkill for travel blogs, but sure.
No. I wouldn't even use for travel blogs. I'll fly in my backyard.
Okay. But yeah, it's like, but that's what I like. That's why I'm like, okay, so this sounds like, so pretty much we're saying in the like, say there's like 3 tiers of drones. This is like what, mid-tier sort of thing, or is it like
man,
or
that's
is
a
like
good question.
Top to mid-tier, or is like
no, I wouldn't say okay. I think there's 4 levels.
Okay.
Help me out here. So you have the beginners. That's where you have the minis. Then you have the let's go with like the semi-pros because you have the Airs, the Air systems. But then you also have the Mavics, like the Mavic 3s. With the Mavic 3, you definitely can get in the professional zone area. But then you have the
industrial.
Well, no, not even industrial yet, because then you have like the Inspires, and the Inspires are capable of so much with their speed, the lens choices, whatever you can do. Like you can really pimp those things out, and that's why their cost goes all the way to like $16,000 once you add in all the accessories and extra lenses and stuff like that. But then, like I said, even bigger than that, you still have the Matrice drones. And then after that, if you're a farmer and you got it like that, then you have drones like the Agris and stuff like that. Yeah. So there's many different levels. If anybody's considering getting the Air 3S, I feel like it's definitely worth checking out. Gotcha. If they don't want to really blow the budget, and if they really want to still get really good footage, especially if they're good at color grading. That 10-bit D-Log is going to help them out a lot. I look forward to it. I'm gonna wait till next. Honestly, I'm gonna wait till next year to even think about getting this because I want to see where we're at with DJI drones in terms of legalities.
Okay. Because if you can't fly them because they're banned, because that's a whole other part you didn't get into because we don't have enough time for it. But
here's the thing: if they're banned, you can register them on the network. I don't think they would take off.
Oh, damn!
They'll know where they are, and they won't be able to register themselves on the FCC network. So. I don't think they'll even fly.
That sucks.
And you know what? It could be possible that if they're banned, they could institute geofencing. If they do that, your drone is definitely not flying.
Definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ways around it, and I learned that working for DJI, but I'm not trying to get in trouble with the FAA, so I'm not going to tell you how to do that either.
The FAA that's going after a few people recently.
A couple of people, yes. For the most part, they don't really, but when they do, boy, do they drop the hammer. Do not mess up with the FAA. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, right now, if you're trying to get the Air 3S, it's probably going to be a little while before they figure this out with customs and stuff like that. You could probably get through DJI themselves, DJI.com, or, hell, you could probably just go and fly and buy one overseas and get one and bring it back.
Yeah.
I think that's legal.
I guess you just move out the country.
I'm going to New Zealand.
Just
I'm
move out of the country
going
and
to
just
the
buy it there.
Shire. I am taking my DJI Air 3S and I'm flying it over the hills.
That works.
I love it.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching the show, listening to the show. Watch or listen, whichever your preferred thing. You can get this show in video and podcast or audio format, I should say. Because if you say podcast, because now it's like synonymous to video pod. That would be another topic for another day. But anyway, wherever, the ISO Insiders is available as a podcast, wherever you podcasts are served or listens to. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your grandma.
Grandma's out here flying drones.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go, Grandma.
They're out here live streaming, playing video games. Grandpa and
No,
Grandma.
she just retired.
She did?
Skyrim Grandma. I think she just retired.
Damn. Well, I know there's a guy that plays Call of Duty.
Oh, I don't know about him, but I remember Skyrim Grandma.
Oh, okay. Well, but like I said, share it with whoever is out there who's be interested in this sort of content, I would say. But yeah, we really appreciate it, and thank you.
Peace.
Peace out.